My first ever Disney movie was Cinderella. I wasn't even born yet, okay? I was born on this special day. The day where everyone will never stop saying, wow, you're so lucky you're not born on the 29th. It wasn't even lunar year. Like, it doesn't even make sense. If I was born in 2000, then maybe. I was literally born on 2002. Cinderella was my first ever introduction to a Disney movie. We had cable at the time and the channel was 615 615 is what I like to call it. I watched a Disney show such as Mickey Mouse, The Clubhouse, Hannah Montana, Phineas and Ferb, Good Luck Charlie. My brother loves that one, not me. I'm like okay with it. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, that was my favorite. That was my favorite. Me and my brother love that show. There's also Nickelodeon. That's another video for another time. Anyway, Disney would play their old animated films such as Cinderella, Snow White, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, Hercules, and so on. But when Cinderella first came out, my eyes were glued to the screen, okay? The music such as So This Is Love and Oh Sing Sweet Nightingale. I recommend watching Cinderella in French because it's a French story. And it's set in French, and the song is better in French. It feels like the song was made to be French, but then they were like, no. Say what you will about French people, but their language is beautiful.
Impressive. Very nice.
Anyway, I remember watching Cinderella and being so captivated by the animation, the story, and the music. And I will convince all of you losers why old Disney is better than what you're seeing now with the live action adaptation, Marvel, Star Wars, not anymore. Disney, okay? This Disney is horrible. And now it sucks. Back then, it was great. Now, sorry, I stopped. Okay. You can't talk about Disney without mentioning their animation. Imagine you're a child, if you will. If you are watching this and you are a child, leave, go away. Anyway, imagine you're a child. You're in the 1900s, the early 1900s, and it's the age of the moving pictures. You've heard from your parents about moving pictures, but there were no sounds, only music, but still moving pictures. It's like that Harry Potter thing, except Harry Potter wasn't invented yet. Then comes in an animated film by Emilie called wait, how do you say his last name? It's like this. Ooh, hold on. You know I never wanted to hurt you. What about me? What am I supposed to do? But I miss you.
Emily Cole.
Anyway, and the film was called Phantasmagory. There you go. There was barely any sound. It was hand-drawn, and I think there's like people are saying that it could be considered the first animation. But yeah, whatever. I googled and this one came out. Okay. Then came in Walt Disney and his stupid mouse in a steamboat. Black and white, loud as shit, might have been my volume, but anyway, this was the first animation and I think many will remember seeing, and it became the staple of animation for its white audience. It all started with this stupid ass mouse on a boat. And it's going to get technical here from now on, but the history is important, okay? Important.
Is this spirit being a smartass?
Steamboat Willie was a way for Walt Disney to beat its other competitor and using synchronized audio. Now, synchronized audio means that they were recorded on the same strip of film, as previously operators had to start rolling the film, then start the music at a specific point and hope it kinda lines up. Essentially, films were done in silent, so basically watching sunrise, a song of two humans like this. Tell me your own mind. Okay. Whoa. The guy's cheating on her, on his wife with her, by the way. So it's awkward. So your phone calling. Bro, what about his wife? When they would have a pianist at the background of the room or this thing playing music and hope they kind of synced up. That was how music was used for films and not viable. So the fact that when the audience entered the theater and no one was playing piano to this epic animation was incredible. Not to mention, when color television came out, Disney came out with this magic mirror on the who's the fairest of all shit.
Hair black as ebony, skin white as snow.
Snow White, she didn't guess. Taking advantage of the colored TV and creating the first ever colored animation that till this day is held as the best animation done by Disney. The pioneer, the one that stamped Disney to who they are now. Voiced and sang by the iconic Adriana Caselotti. I don't know, it's like this name. Again, I keep butchering the names, but whatever. And I'm not gonna go into the nitpick of like that whole thing because it's very sad. It's a tragic story. But anyway, it doesn't really matter because that will be in itself a different video. I think you can find that online. Anyway, this is an animation that everyone has to see once in their lifetime as a kid and even as an adult. Fun fact, the company nearly went bankrupt when making this movie, but they recovered due to how successful this movie was. So can you see where I'm going with this? It has something to do with CGI. But again, the history is important, so please bear with me here. I'll make it as quick as I can. Anyway, Snow White is iconic, not only for the animation, but the story and music too. Simple love story of a girl who went into a cursed, comatose, death-ish, similar to Sleeping Beauty. Then only true love can bring her back. Wait, this is similar to Sleeping Beauty. Evil queen mother with a classic mirror on the wall, the classic apple, woman with just talking the bird, kind of crazy. And then comes in its successor like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, being the last hand ink. However, it was a challenge for the animators because the paper used was huge. And fun fact, I didn't know this, but this movie was actually flopped. And the company nearly went bankrupt because of it. It was also due to the fact that Aurora barely had any talking parts, and others complained that the story was kind of ass, and others complained it looks very ugly because of like the background and everything. And I don't know, I guess so, because if you compared Maleficent to Sleeping Beauty, Sleeping Beauty is kind of boring. So yeah, the company went bankrupt twice. When computers are getting better, the animations got better, and so CGI became a way to make animation cleaner. The Black Cauldron was the first to pioneer the use of CGI in their film. But then Toy Story came out, and it truly marked a milestone in the history of animation.
No. Buzz, look at me! An alien! Where?
Not only that, it launched the future of animation, and it piqued Disney's fame even more. But again, you can argue that it's probably thanks to Pixar, because Pixar was bought by Disney, and so Disney distribute the film. But most of the whole thing is Pixar. Disney is just there to like own the IP, I guess. But look, it's still Disney.
Denial is a river in Egypt.
Shut up. It is important. So why am I telling you all of this history? Because it's important to show you how amazing Disney was, like truly was, the beauty of film. Watching all of this during the early 2000s, where the internet was a little baby, and add to the fact that cable was still in use. So watching Disney at the time was mind-blowing. right? And you have like the thing, it'll tell you what's next. It's like Cinderella, and you're like, whoa. My baby brain was not braining. I was like, look at that moving tiger, and then I hit my face on the floor after jumping off the couch and then injuring my lip. But that we don't talk about that. Even their cartoon shows were amazing, like Kim Possible, Little Einstein, that one, the Tree Spice girl, the three girls who were spies. And then my favorite one, I think it's from the Disney Junior, where they had like the 3 animals, and then they answer phone call, and the song was like, the phone is ringing, and then they run. You know, Fluff is a hamster, a turtle, and not turtle, a tortoise, and a baby chicken, like a chick, and it's so cute. If I don't put visuals up here, I'm gonna be so mad at myself, because how dare you? I'll probably do that, just blank out the whole screen, but no, but they're very cute.
The phone is ringing. We'll be right there. The phone is ringing.
It makes me sound crazy, but it's the same as like the back gardens.
Your backyard friends, the backyard again.
And then another one, the big hero, not big hero 6. This is like little hero, the Tiggy Town hero. Yes, that one.
Just like the Higley Town hero. They all work together.
Their beautiful CGI for the Marvel film was also mind-blowing. I mean, look at all of this, and then having all of that beautiful CGI built up to this final film.
Assemble.
We don't talk about this one. This one was pretty epic. Even in animated films, they produce things like WALL-E, Big Hero 6.
Hello, I am
Up.
Hi, Mr. Frederickson. It's me, Russell. It's me, Snipe.
Monster Inc., Frozen, albeit most of them are made by Pixar, but still, just shut up, okay? It's epic. It's an epic film, okay? Then after Marvel ended, we suddenly got this. I mean, technically Marvel didn't end. It kind of just slowed down. It went to a new phase. And then after Avengers, it was hyped up so much. Then people are not interested in Marvel, kind of just like fade off a little bit. So, I mean, it kind of slowed down. It's no longer like what it used to be. And look, we asked for Black Widow since like forever, but we suddenly ended up having Crack Window because what happened here? And a video circulating with the Sims looking as the background in Pompeii. I don't know if they fixed it because it's in Disney Plus, which I don't know, makes it worse, I guess. And then we have the disaster of Wish, which threw people off of their animation, I guess. But I don't know. I think maybe the animation's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's okay looking. And the biggest, I think they were trying to utilize the 2 in 3D, the 2D and 3D, kind of like the Spider-Verse animation. But I think that's just like rumors speculating, because I only know that Spider-Verse did it right, and then Arcane, the League of Legends, fucking from Netflix, did it right. It's like a rare moment, rare W from Netflix. And Klaus is my favorite. And so, fun fact about that film is that it's actually a 2D film. Like everything was made in 2D, but they had like the technology to make the lighting and texture look 3D. I saw the behind the scenes, and I was like, whoa, how did they do that? And then I found out, I was like, what? But anyway, to each their own. I mean, the criticism wouldn't have been harsh if this was made by Netflix or by an up-and-coming company. And that says a lot, but it's not. It was made by a company that pioneered and innovated the technology to make this animation possible. The expectation would be very high, so when they make shit like this, it's disappointing. It's the same thing with like Warner Brothers creating like the DC verse with the Snyder verse, which was very cool. And then Flash came out, and then this came out, and you're like, what happened? What happened? Oh, anyway.
Hey, so how's the war going for you guys?
I can't wait to go back home and see my mom.
The storytelling coming from Disney is a... But duh, they are a film company, so no shit, they must be good in storytelling, right? But Disney has always made themselves better in telling fairy tales. Sure, most of the stories are retelling, but let's admit, do we even know the real story of Cinderella? No. You wanna know why? Because Disney made their version famous. Even when there was a Cinderella before or after Disney, we still remember and follow the version that Disney presents to us. Is that genius marketing? Yes. Anyway, you may be saying, but Mitchell, shut up. And yes, but you can still mess up, which I will bring up later. I think you will know what and who and where and how I'm talking. You know, okay? And where and how I'm okay?
What the fuck is that? Fuck!
So I am confusion.
Now, if you've come here for me to talk about Marvel and Star Wars, I think I'll probably talk about Marvel for a little bit, but I don't know much about Star Wars.
With them like pointing at the screen like losing their mind. Oh my god, they brought back Bung Dooble.
Because I've only watched like the first one and the one with Anakin, like that's the only one that I've watched. Sorry boys, but I've only watched like the first movie of each superheroes and stopped caring after that. Because I got very quickly Marvel fatigue. You would be surprised. I watched the first Star Wars, which was not owned by Disney. I watched the first Iron Man, which was not owned by Disney. Captain America, the first Avenger, Thor, and their first Avenger storyline where they just like mishmash together or something. In other words, I don't care too much about their Star Wars, and that thing is for people in that fandom to talk about. And they've already talked about it a lot. As for Marvel, I'm more of a DC fan, and at the same time, I'm having Marvel fatigue from seeing all of the Marvel trailer and shows that are just coming out in the headliners. And honestly, that's a different thing. And again, if you want to watch someone review that, that's find your own. Or I put up one up here, I don't know. Now that's out of the way, Disney has been quite well known for taking a big risk and recreating the stories that is made to be more child-friendly. Like, I don't know, Hunchback of Notre Dame. That is not child-friendly. By the way, I still do have a crush on Esmeralda. Anyway, you know, I could bring up the Disney princess because I love their stories, especially Cinderella. All these movies that I watch are mostly shown on cable at the time, and I had a lot of access to their old movies because they would like replay it and all that stuff. There is also the movie called Brave.
Where are you, you little rascal? I'm coming to get you.
Which funny, beautiful, which is it's a very successful original movie about an independent princess that has no love story. Alright, it's just her own thing. But does it count as Disney? No, I don't know. But it's a Pixar. But look, Pixar is owned by Disney, and I would die on that hill and say that it's a Disney film with also plus Pixar. Pixar plus Disney. Okay, it's like a ship. My OTP. Okay. Oh jeez. Anyway, not only that, but she also possessed the skill of a bow, and she also learned her own lesson, which brings the message of the relationship between mothers and daughter, or if you want to be more specific, it's parents and child. But what I love about this film is neither of the party involved is wrong. Both characters learn from each other and compromise for each other. While Queen Eleanor followed tradition, she didn't understand why her daughter wants freedom. And these are all shown in the first scene. And we saw like Eleanor's character. She is very well respected by everyone as we see her commanding the room. And there was a scene where the clans were planning a war, and instead of wanting the king to talk or the chief, they instead want the queen to give a speech.
Have been in conference with the Queen.
Is that so?
Aye. It is.
Well, where is she then? Where is the Queen?
You know, and Merida ended up talking. Anyway, there was like a huge fight between like Merida and the Queen, which this is like the climax of the film, where Merida ended up slicing the tapestry which was sewn by Eleanor. being epic camera work. Of course, the slicing toward both the mother and the daughter who were holding the hands, so it's like sliced in the middle. Angered, Eleanor threw Merida's bow into the fire. Regretting this decision, she quickly took the bow out of the fire after her daughter ran out into the woods. It's simple and it doesn't try to be complex, and it's showed in like just this all 1 minute part of the film, and it's beautiful, showing the dynamic between these two characters. Merida, on the other hand, doesn't understand and doesn't see her mother's teaching and completely disregards it. She wants to be able to do anything she wants, her passion being bowing and arrowing. Is that a word? No, I don't care. Anyway, her hippie and free way of living threw her mother off. Merida doesn't understand her responsibility and views them as tedious, while she envies her brother's ability to do whatever they want. And she says it herself.
They get away with murder. I can never get away with anything.
This view leads to her causing a literal war because she doesn't want to marry any of their sons. Similar to the story that her mother told about an ancient prince who was selfish that led to the destruction of his kingdom. This also combined with Eleanor seeing how her daughter's survival skill and seeing who her daughter really is. And when she saw Merida giving the speech, although Merida stumbled through it and Eleanor helped guide her, it helped her fully embrace her daughter and was genuinely proud of her. When they finally understood each other, it's a satisfying end. Like, they finally understood each other. And I love the scene where Eleanor was practicing talking to her daughter with her husband, and it cuts to Merida also complaining and their conversations cutting up and lining with each other. Like, it's not awkward. Like, you're like, whoa, baby brain. I mean, every child knows the feeling of not being understood by their parents, who demands respect and obedience. And every parent also understands the feeling of not understanding their child and wanting what's best for them, even when they have to be the bad guys. I would love to talk more about this film if you want. And I think it's such a great element of just family dynamics. Comment down below, guys. I put an emoji on my script. It's like this smiley emoji with the eyes closed. I'll probably just show it on the screen right now. Here it is. Also, this scene made me laugh.
Struck down the whole attacking fleet. What? I heard that. On, say it to my face.
Encanto follows the same format of having familiar problems like Brave. The part where Mirabelle sings about wanting to be a part of a family as the whole family took a photo together without her, it hurts. It hurts! I still cry watching this because it's so heartbreaking to see, and it's so relatable. Oh my god, like this is one YouTube video. They're like cinema therapy, and they talk really great about what Brave and Encanto is on the perspective of like therapy and all that stuff, and you should really watch it. And you should watch the movie Encanto and Brave because
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Billy. Because now I'm gonna be like Cinderella, except really, really hot.
When Disney did their first remakes, it was in the form of Maleficent.
Nigga, fuck that town, nigga!
Or maybe there was another one, but this was the famous one. It retells the story of Sleeping Beauty in the point of view of the evil lady that cursed Aurora. Honestly, I love this version more than the original. It's not only beautifully shot, but unlike their other remakes, it gave more story and remade all the characters' story, literally. Instead of making Maleficent this evil witch, we see why she did what she did. I mean, we literally follow her perspective. We saw Stefan's past and motivation. It gave the story more a pizzazz, a flavor. In the original, we didn't know why Maleficent targeted Stefan and cursed Aurora, and we kind of just assumed that she just hated him, and we're just like, yeah, okay, you know, like that's it. But this remake gave her and Stefan motivations. It showed greed and revenge that Maleficent will regret later on, and her curse coming back to bite her, you know, actions and consequences and like that. Unlike the original where, you know, she died.
Good endure.
She redeemed herself by instead being the one to lift the curse from Aurora. The one thing I love is how they slowly built up the relationship between Maleficent and Aurora. It's so good. And there are some brutal scenes.
Be gone, sucks!
Like, you know, certain scenes, but you know, it's great. It's such a good film, and I genuinely believed you guys should watch it if you haven't, which I don't know why you're watching until this point. Doesn't make sense. This is one of the best live action that Disney ever made. Between this and Cinderella, which I praised a lot, Maleficent is truly at the top, and it was a risk that they took, and it paid off. For some reason, Disney doesn't know or got lazy to give backstories and decided to just copy and paste, giving some characters like some extra scene as opposed to giving them a full story. Like comparison with like Beauty and the Beast, I think like some of Aladdin, and what was that The Little Mermaid. Like, why? Like, yeah, they gave like some characters like the love interest like some motivation, but it doesn't change anything. It's like, doesn't change the story. It's like, here you go, it's the same thing. You're watching copy and paste. And then we have like Mulan, which attempted this, where they essentially changed everything about Mulan, when the core of Mulan was that she was a normal girl who wanted to fight in place of her father who was sick. They couldn't even bother. Like, they changed so much that they just created a new character, which if it was not named Mulan, I don't think anybody would have cared. And then you have Beauty and the Beast, which was very similar to like the animated film.
Good day, how is your wife? I need 6 eggs, that's too expensive. How is your wife? I need 6 eggs!
That's too expensive.
I just want to add that you notice how lively the animated film is compared to like the live action for Beauty and the Beast, which I understand why the controversy, which I understand why the criticism about, you know, the live action Beauty and the Beast, because the marketplace just felt like a marketplace. It felt like a town, and that's all I just want to add, because that's like a little snippet on like what I want to add. Anyway, that next line, they just, again, like I said, changed like a little bit here and there, changed the lyrics like 2 lines, and then they're like, guys, we've changed so much. We took risk. And there were like people praising that the movie was good, that I generally thought that I went insane. I was like, am I wrong? Am I the problem? And it's the same for The Little Mermaid. And I'm not kidding when I say you're not missing much watching these movies. Okay, I cannot like fucking download. I don't care. Oh shit, I have to voice over this. Oh, that's CGI though. Wait, what happened? Flounder? I'm done. I forgot. I think he said mine.
Thunder, will you relax? Nothing is going to happen.
I can guarantee you, they do give like Eric his story and motivation, like a side quest as he call it, on like why he does boating and shit like that, and it's good. You know, they gave him a story and his own, you know, story, I guess, and like similar to Beauty and the Beast, he had his own song, such as Evermore. Now I know she'll never leave me, even as she fades from view. And Aladdin with Jasmine had Speechless. Oh shit. And if you watch them, go ahead. I don't mind, but I'm done watching their live actions of their animated films, Because at this point, they're just copy and paste, but with Flash. You might as well make a new film with the budget pouring to make a mostly CGI film. Out of all the original music for the remakes, I honestly think that Eric's Uncharted Water is my least favorite. The line, "A time will not change, mate." Takes while I'm not actually prepared for this part again. I mean, come on, compared to all of his predecessors, this people, Speechless is more powerful. Evermore is the saddest shit you've ever heard, and Lavender and Blue is really cute and sound like, you know, lullaby, and it's like lavender's green, lavender's blue. You must love me, before I love you. I know I said I wanted to make a video about like Cinderella 2015, but somebody made it better and said exactly what I've been trying to say. And here's the screenshot of this person. Check the video out. Subscribe to them. That's it. But when I heard like Eric's song, I was so disappointed. It was hyped by people who liked the film, and a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, I love the song." I was genuinely so excited. I thought maybe it will follow the others of having an epic ass song, which Disney is very much well known for, having amazing songs. Like this word. Jonah's a great singer. He really is. But the song, this is a why Disney sucks, not a why that song sucks, okay? There's also the problem that back in the days, the voice actors for the musicals were mostly professional singers. It's like they will have voice actors, and then they will have like the singer singing over it.
Let me help you with that. No. Sorry, Penelope. Stay by the card.
The voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." But we can't really do that now because obviously that they have to. It doesn't matter. The people are already established singers who understand that the acting doesn't stop when singing happens. When you hear them sing in all the classic animation, you could hear them articulate certain words. And also the fact that they can have other singers step in. The biggest example is Hercules, which they had the actor just voice acting out, and then after they would switch. When it comes to the singing part, they would have a singer sing for Hercules. And it wouldn't work in live action Hercules because you have to have like the actor that can sing, which is what they did with the Little Mermaid, like Hailey Bailey. Explode. What did I die? Who sang? Was her name Hailey Bailey? This girl to sing the fucking song and act, and then you have Jonah who sing like this song and then act as Eric and then sing like Eric. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, but if they ever make a live action for Hercules, I can tell you it will never hit the same, especially to sing the Musa song, unless, you know, they're not in the song, you know, I won't say I'm in love. You're swoon, you chills. Right, beautiful song. 10 out of 10, gold star. Bitch, go away. Okay. Ugly ass animals. In the film, is that shush?
My foot, my all my shoulders, all my shoulders, all my arms.
By the way, their flounder is ugly as hell. In the original, we could see the expression that Flounder makes when he reacts to all the scene. His scared expression when he saw the shark, his sad expression when he saw how sad Ariel got But this?
Stop it. Get some kids.
I might have to lower that down now. I'll make a more mild expression. But this? Disgusting. Sebastian looks so stupid, and he's not even an underwater crab. I mean, how does he look good and bad at the same time? The scene with the scuttle, it's supposed to be on land, on land, like the surface. But they were like, no, let's not do that. Let's put a bird underwater and talk underwater. Yes.
It's a dingle hop.
Why change the scene? They were like, let's go for more realism, but it's dark as hell. You can't see shit. Most of the time, Ariel is just in the dark. You can't even see Ariel. She might as well just not be in the scene. You just have subtitles on the screen. The only time you could see any of the character is if they're on land with Eric. You see more of Eric in the flesh than fucking Ariel and her family.
I have a confession to make. I'm blind.
And Sebastian, and Flounder, and the shark, and the ship. Like, all of it is just in the dark. And I'm telling you, you have to control, put the brightness up just to see Ariel. Okay, just to see all of that. In the animated film, it was bright. You could see everybody. You could see the whole bloody universe. You could see the beautiful ocean. But in this, nada. What are you seeing? What is that? What is that? What's that? That's me every time I watch The Little Mermaid. I get that it's supposed to be realistic, but sometimes certain films doesn't need to be live action. I don't know, just a food for thought. And I'm telling you, nothing can beat animation due to how flexible it is compared to real life. When you try to translate that into real life, there are certain things that you have to sacrifice. Look at most films that are remake animated films. This is an up and coming for How to Train Your Dragon live action, and honestly, I don't know why. Nobody asked for it. Nobody was like, wow, I really want to see Toothless as scale. No, I don't want to see that. I'm fine with what we have. It was beautiful. Perfect for animation. People love the cartoony of all the films. But when you try to recapture that magic, I guarantee you it won't work. That's why remakes just never really work when it's translated to realism, because you have to tiptoe into the fantasy and the real life version of the character and simultaneously have to capture the fantasy part of the film. Animation, you can create that. Look at Aladdin when they have the dancing scene, the Prince Ali song. It was beautiful, it was gorgeous, it was full of life, lights and fireworks and shit like that. But when you translate it to real life, yeah, it's great, but it doesn't hit the same. It's just when you are remaking an already established show with their own established characters and how they look, it just doesn't work. You can't remake that. Of course, there are some that work perfectly, like again, Maleficent. However, even they have to sometimes sacrifice that by making the crow a human most of the time. But when the crow does have to make certain expression, it works because they still maintain the realism and don't make it like this. Brother, I mean, look at the Lion King. The scene where Simba was watching the buffalo, the water buffalo running down. You see how scared he was? But this, what is this? Is he practicing stoicism? Is that it? Is this stoicism? Disney's practicing stoicism now? Because it's not meant to be live action. How can you make this scene and turn it into this? You sacrifice those facial expression. Baby, one more time. There's also the Disney Plus thing, which just reduces the chance for Disney to make money from box office because their movies will go on Disney Plus anyway. They rode off on the high on Marvel's success, and now they think they can replicate that with the exuberant amount of money and then flopping hard.
I'm rich, you're poor.
Because most of their shows will go into Disney Plus, it's hard for some of their shows to gain success like they did in cable, like Phineas and Ferb.
A platypus plumber? Perry the platypus plumber? Perry the platypus!
If that show came out now, it wouldn't be as big as it is now. Is Bluey on Disney? No, Bluey's not Disney, right? I don't know. I need to fact check that. Editor.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Put that in the screen. The screen if Bluey is on the freaking Disney Plus, not Disney. Percy Jackson was successful because of the book's success, and there are also the movie that came out before it, even though it was not well liked by the book readers. But I kind of like the film, alright. Because I didn't read the book back then, so I quite liked it. So sue me, alright. The live action was shown to have some kind of success in The Little Mermaid, but it won't take long for people to not give a shit. And look at it now, nobody cares. They just like it because Hailey Bailey was in it. And Snow White is coming soon, and I barely see anyone like giving a fuck because no one cares. The only thing people brought up was just the race swapping, but that's it. That was the only quote-unquote public advertisement and publicity that Disney got, and that was just bad press. And with the How to Train Your Dragon live action coming soon, I also don't care to watch it. And I love the film. I love the trilogy. 1, 2, and 3. I love the story of Toothless and Hiccup and all their friends and whatever, their Viking friends. But I just don't want to watch it. It's just not worth my time if they're just gonna follow the same format of what Disney does with like Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, and that Aladdin. It's just the same anyway. Because how are you gonna capture what's already been established? There's no plot holes that they have for How to Train Your Dragon because they explain it already for everything. Every character got their development. Are they gonna say like, oh no, this is the perspective of the Dragon Queen? What? We've all grown up. Sure, Disney are promoting ass, but in reality is that we just grew up. All these new shows are not catered to adult as much. And as for Marvel, they try to make it for adults with the nostalgia of the comic while simultaneously make it for kids with their corny jokes. And they can't stop making jokes. Like, I know they try to follow the Guardian of the Galaxy success thing, but oh my god. Especially with Thor and Thunder, Love, or whatever. I don't know. There are videos about this. Here are some suggestions. But god damn it, we can't have like one film where it's just like a little bit serious, you know, where like they take situations seriously.
Enough!
Anyway, back then the films were quirky, cringy, but it was family films.
Let's work it!
Till this day, we would still watch them because they are rewatchable, especially High School Musical. Till this day, we love their music. Their story is simple. It's a classic high school love story. And we have Camp Rock.
Camp Rock! Camp Rock! Camp Rock! Camp Rock!
It's cringy, but it was memorable. It was funny watching it now.
She's really good.
But that's it. It's all nostalgia. Nothing more, nothing less. But there's a saying that it wasn't trying to be anything but a story. It was a family film and show. Disney and now all the companies know that people will go back to rewatching these classic films for nostalgia, especially during the pandemic. You know, it's aimed at people, and that adults especially, and they know it. They realize that, and they don't care whether or not we criticize about how shit the movie is, because at the end of the day, they're making money, and that's why the remakes, they are all literally just films, animated film, but with flesh. Unfortunately, remakes like all that I mentioned, even Cinderella, won't get remembered or rewatched like the animated counterpart. And maybe Maleficent, because it was completely different story of its own, but I'm upset that Cinderella did not get the, the fame that it did, because it's such a good film. And I will still praise it to the day I die. Okay, other people agree with me too. Let's be honest, no one remembered or cared after whatever happens with like these animated films, or these remakes, sorry. Percy Jackson's have already been told that some of the source material are not accurate, and I don't, like I said, I don't read. I lead.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
Live actions are pretty much soulless. It doesn't add to the story now, and what is the point of it if you're not changing the story format and just follow pixel for pixel, word for word, music for music with the animated?
Now listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga!
Anyway, I'm done. This is just a small project for my Red Dead Redemption 2 video coming soon, and I might sleep.
I'm about to go to sleep.
Shit, bro, I'm gonna go sleep. I thought it was supposed to be a small project, but then I look at the timestamp, it's like 40 plus minutes. So, small project, guys? I just like the motion when I'm sitting in my car, driving past the speed limit, moving forward with the stars. I can see the headlights off from another car, but it never fazed me or crossed me when I'm moving. All of my problems, I live inside my luggage.